We're gonna start off with this right here. It says, when a 17-year-old LeBron got invited to an NBA workout and took over. Do y'all have LeBron James as the GOAT? Yes or no? The man been in the NBA for over half his life. That's crazy. And not just in the NBA for a long time. Still cooking from the first time he stepped on the NBA court. But we're about to see this video right here. Shout out to Jimmy High Roller. Let's get into it. Let's see how loud I got this bit. Let me turn it down. See. Let's get right.
In the spring of 1995, the Philadelphia 76ers were getting word about a local high school player that was creating buzz around the city.
Okay.
A son of a former pro whose game already... In the
That was
spring
Steve
of
Harvey.
1995, the Philadelphia 76ers were getting word about a local high school player that was creating...
100 people 100 people answer the question. What would you do for a Klondike bar? Eight answers on the board.
buzz around the city. A son of a former pro whose game already looked NBA ready before he even finished
LeBron
his
James. He used to be 33.
76ers head coach at the time,
What?
John Lucas, was so enamored by the kid that after watching him play just a single game, Lucas invited the kid to participate in a workout with the 76ers.
Okay.
At the workout, the kid did not
that's Kobe.
disappoint. The 16-year-old phenom handing out buckets to 76ers rookie Jerry Stackhouse and showing that his game was NBA
That's Kobe.
ready,
I was like, I know
just
LeBron.
finishing his
Oh, he started shooting that bit
junior
with a
season in
left
high school.
hand.
Soon enough, everyone knew about the high school
Penny.
kid and his infamous
Hakeem.
practice with an NBA team.
Jordan.
Fast forward 1 year to the 96 NBA draft, and the 76ers never got their hands on that kid from the workout.
Dang.
Instead, they went with college superstar Allen Iverson
AI.
first overall in the 96 draft. The kid
Oh,
from Philly
so 76 was actually supposed to take Kobe?
ended up getting picked a little later in the draft
Because they was the ones that worked out.
and eventually
Worked
did
him
pretty
out.
well for himself with another organization. His name was Kobe Bryant. But
Kobe.
long before we knew his name, it was John Lucas who saw his potential and gave him the opportunity to prove his game against NBA talent. And John Lucas was known for this, sending out invites to scrimmages and workouts to up-and-coming players, high school kids looking to work on their
Yo,
game. But
what up,
7
Jones?
years after his workout with Kobe, Lucas would invite another local high school player.
We're going to do
up
a
an
college
NBA
football
practice, an invite
recap.
that would lead
Right
to
now,
a
we just watching the video of LeBron when he got invited to an NBA workout when he was 17.
suspension, cost his team a hefty fine, but introduced them to the future of their organization long before he even wore an NBA jersey.
LeBron James.
The league has fined the Cleveland Cavaliers $150,000
Damn.
and suspended head coach John Lucas for the first 2 games of next season. That after the team
Dope,
invited
hell
the
yeah.
nation's top high school player LeBron James to a workout last week. Under league rules, teams cannot have contact with players who aren't eligible for the draft. James, a high school
Damn.
junior, won't be eligible.
So the Cavs, they was tampering. Them fools was tampering. The Cavs was tampering. They had hold on. They had Bron at a workout when he was 17. He wasn't supposed to be there. They had to they got fined for 150,000 and then took him number 1 in the draft when he was eligible.
Until next year.
Oh shit! He just did that to that boy?
For the draft. James, a high school
That was
junior,
Bron dunking
won't be
on him?
eligible until next year.
Oh my god! Young Bron drafted. Damn.
Today's video, my Blazer, % off. That's
Today is
Here we
both
go.
teams now have a chance
fifth
for
pick goes
gold
to
in
the
the
Denver-
NBA draft. And that gold, LeBron
You know who they
James.
taking.
But is the 18-year-old from Akron truly the savior?
We have better players than him in his position already on our team, bro.
I don't think you can really just bring a high school player in and really just think your team gonna really turn around like that. If he come, you know what I'm saying, he can just hop on our bandwagon and hopefully we can do something big.
First of all, him saying hop on our bandwagon, The Cavs was trash. What bandwagon? It ain't one.
You've probably seen these clips before. Cavaliers players being asked what they thought about the idea of drafting a local ultra-hyped high school kid back in 2003. The Cavaliers hadn't even won the draft lottery yet. They had just wrapped up their worst season in 2 decades, and the players were clearly not trying to hear about some kid that was prophesized to be their savior. They were not buying the hype. But you see, the only thing is, they never needed to buy the hype, because they didn't just know about the up-and-coming superstar kid from Akron, they already played against him.
God!
But you see,
I've never seen these clips before.
The only thing is, they never needed to buy the hype, because
Young
they
Brown
didn't just
broke a
know
rim?
about the up-and-coming superstar kid from Akron, they already played against him
What
a
in
year
the
before
world?
these interviews even happened, where they found out what we would all soon know. LeBron was better than all of them. By 2002, LeBron was the clear-cut best NBA prospect in the world, regardless of age. And it wasn't just the early LeBron fanatics that thought he could go #1 overall in the NBA draft as a 17-year-old junior. Everyone did.
LeBron would have been the #1 pick in last year's draft.
Oh.
That should give you an indication of what kind of talent he is.
Most kids should not leave early. They're not prepared for it emotionally or from a maturity level physically, but this kid is.
In fact, he was such a singularity as a prep star that he had already gained NBA status before he was ever
Sold
in the
out
NBA.
games.
After hearing the hype about a teenager dubbed the Chosen One, a prime Shaquille O'Neal took it upon himself to attend one of his games. And after seeing him play, had this to say about a 17-year-old LeBron.
He's an all-around great player. He has it all, definitely. He's very athletic. He has a lot of poise. And he can do almost everything.
That same season, Allen Iverson, the reigning league MVP, had to see for himself if LeBron was as good as
AI pulled up to his game.
Not only was the hype very real, opponents were eager to bask in any moment where they even slightly got the best of him. On this particular night, high school star Maurice Rice sent LeBron to the floor with a crossover. And it damn near brought the whole building down.
He airballed it though.
Look at this. His teammate is literally jumping for joy, completely ignoring the jaw-dropping gap on the scoreboard
Airball.
and the atrocious shot that followed. But Allen Iverson,
it's one of those moments.
look at this, lightly got the best of
where like, yeah, you did that. It's like you put your signature on the Mona Lisa. Like you ain't painting the Mona Lisa, but you put your signature on it real quick. That's what Buddy just did when he broke LeBron right there.
On this particular
ain't
night,
even finished
high
the
school
play.
star Maurice Rice sent LeBron to the floor with a crossover. And it damn near brought the whole building down.
Look, they don't
Look
even
at
care that
this.
he missed
His
it.
teammate is literally jumping for joy, completely ignoring the jaw-dropping gap on the scoreboard and the atrocious shot that followed. But Allen Iverson knew better. He saw what he needed to see. LeBron was everything he was rumored to be. But long before NBA superstars were going to his games, LeBron's skill set far exceeded anything high school had to offer. The only way for him to build onto his already NBA-ready game was to play NBA players. That's when Chris Dennis, a family advisor for LeBron at the time, accelerated his progress by taking every opportunity to get him into gyms with NBA guys, reaching out to coaches and scouts and accepting invites to pro runs, getting LeBron as much exposure as he could to the top basketball talent in the world. A plan that Chris put into motion when LeBron was just 15 years old. As LeBron got better, the invites came rolling in. In 2001, a 16-year-old LeBron was invited to a workout with a group of pros. Among those on the court that day included NBA players like Antoine Walker, Jerry Stackhouse, Michael Finley, and a rookie Ron Artest. When LeBron entered the gym that day, none of these guys knew his name. He was just another elite kid looking to get some runs in. By the time he left, everyone knew who LeBron was.
Antoine Walker, Michael Finley, Jerry Stackhouse, you know, they was all up in the building. So he's coming into the gym. I'm like, all right, cool, I want to see what he got. And he was cooking. Like he was 15 or 16, posting, getting to the basket. And I'm like, this is going to be a huge issue.
They actually never posted the video of when him and Jordan actually played a pickup game together. It's like nobody got the footage. Nobody ever really talked about it or whatever.
So you knew right away. Yeah,
he could have went pro right then, honestly.
Yeah, really.
100%.
Quickly, the legend of LeBron James spread not just around households across the country, but in NBA locker rooms. More players wanted to see the kid in action for themselves. He showed up to more pro runs, and the results were always the same. The kid was already good enough to play in the NBA. That same year, LeBron was invited to a workout that included Penny Hardaway and Michael Jordan. 2 hours later, skeptics had turned into believers.
I heard from an NBA source that this summer when he worked out with Michael Jordan that the two best players in the gym were Penny Hardaway and LeBron James.
The description.
Oh. Not even Jordan. I was expecting him to say LeBron and Jordan was the best on the court. They said Penny Hardaway and Jordan.
NBA players were giving to a high school LeBron unguardable.
A young LeBron was in there.
Well, LeBron was a sophomore, and Antoine brought him that time.
Oh, that's what happened?
He was a sophomore. That's when he had the glasses still then, the little joints that go around his neck.
He was cooking. He couldn't. Nobody can guard him. LeBron James.
Oh.
They couldn't guard him. I'm like, I'm getting embarrassed. He's embarrassing us.
My first All-Star game in Philly. And, you know, we in the locker room and, you know, we talking to reporters and they was like, man, have y'all heard of this kid? The chatter was like, have you heard of this kid named LeBron James? Man, this kid he a high school phenom. He's so good, he could probably start in this All-Star game. And I was like, so I sat up and was like, what? This kid, I had to really sit up and say, it's a kid out there in high school this good. And I saw a lot of NBA guys was going out, flying out to see this play. Celebrities, rappers, Jay-Z and all them going out to see him play.
I want to know, was he really as unguardable as he say he was?
Yes. We wanted to see what he had, what he could do. It was a 3-on-2. We thought he was going to pass, and it was like in slow motion. The just took off. That's incredible. Yeah. I mean, for a 16, 17-year-old kid,
I got that post.
Come in and do something like that. You knew that he was going to be that in the NBA. You knew that.
After spending the last 2 years playing against the best players in the world and proving very clearly that he was not only an NBA talent, but that he was more than ready for the league, LeBron made an attempt to enter the NBA draft at just 17 years old
he tried?
his junior season in high school. Scouts and analysts knew that if the jump were possible, LeBron would be the consensus #1 overall pick in the 2002 NBA draft, despite not even playing his senior season. The verdict was out, and the kid was ready. However, the NBA was not.
Oh, the NBA denied it.
The league was not possible according to the NBA's eligibility rules, which stated an athlete must complete high school before becoming eligible for the NBA draft. LeBron's response to the rejection?
You know, golfers come out, you know, they start young, you know, that's how it is. But, you know, life is not fair. So you just got to live with life, and you just got to be patient. I've been patient this long, I can be patient for another year.
The kid was playing in NBA runs. He was beating up on NBA players, but he couldn't play in the NBA.
Imagine that, bro. Imagine this dude been in NBA workouts at 17, coming back for his senior year, and then you on the team that got to play against him, and you had a math class and a math test that was whooping your ass, and then you got to go guard this nigga. Like, bro, what? He's in NBA workouts, but then turn around and got to go play a high school team. But they not just, like, he just not in the NBA workout just to work out. No, they're saying he's cooking in the NBA workout. And then you got to turn back around and play somebody that ain't doing no NBA nothing because they in high school. They not going to the NBA. And then you got this fool who took it very, very serious, bro. That's crazy.
But he could still do the next best thing.
Other note from the NBA, as Peter Vesey first reported yesterday, the league has fined the Cleveland Cavaliers $150,000 and suspended head coach John Lucas for the first 2 games of next season. That after
he's the dude that gave Kobe that workout in Philly, so he notorious for doing that.
His top high school player LeBron James to
he got a good eye
last week. Under league rules, teams cannot have contact with players who aren't eligible for the draft. James, a high school junior, won't be eligible until next year. Coming up next, we'll have more on the...
By the spring of 2002, John Lucas, the same coach who invited a 16-year-old Kobe Bryant to work out with the 76ers, was now the head coach of the Cavaliers. His exclusive workouts with pros and the rare up-and-coming prep talent worthy enough to join were still going on. But by this point, John wasn't just hosting these workouts to open the gym up for his players or get some extra runs in. He was recruiting because 40 miles away, the best NBA prospect in the world had
Right
just
down
wrapped
the
up
street.
his junior season. A kid still 1 year away from being draft eligible with a reputation of crashing NBA runs. In fact, John was among one of the many skeptics that attended one of LeBron's games a year prior to see if he was really as good as everyone said he was. And just like everyone else, he was immediately sold. And so just a month after the Cavaliers season ended, John invited LeBron to come work out with the team. By this point, most players around the league had heard of LeBron and knew he was a generational talent. Everyone except the players on the Cavaliers. When word got around that LeBron was going to be at their upcoming workout, Cavs players were not only skeptical, but ready to show him that he wasn't as NBA ready as he, or everyone else for that matter, thought he was. Including our friends Darius Miles and Carlos Boozer. When LeBron showed up the day of the workout, initially their skepticism seemed to be right. He got off to a slow start, wasn't really making an impact on games, deferring to other players, playing like a kid just happy to be a part of the run. Keith Smart, the Cavaliers' assistant coach at the time, recalls LeBron just blending in with the guys. One player who was a part of the workout said they weren't even passing him the ball. But LeBron was not invited to this workout to blend in. Leading up to that day, John Lucas was going around telling people that this kid was better than Kobe was in their workout 7 years earlier. But 2 games in, LeBron's performance wasn't matching the hype. As far as the Cavs players were concerned, this kid was in over his head and not nearly ready to play against real NBA competition. But Lucas had other plans. After going through the motions for the first 2 games, Lucas called LeBron over and called him out, saying, quote, "So you don't want to play with the big boys? You're gonna live off all those damn accolades? You ain't ready." What happened next was described by Johnny Clark, who was at the workout and worked in player development for the Cavs at the time, as a switch flipping in LeBron's head. He heard Lucas loud and clear, and by the end of the workout, the Cavaliers had all the answers they needed.
And Bron came, and like nobody was passing Bron the ball because everybody knew he was in high school. And we was all like not passing the ball. My dad like stopped practice, like, hey, y'all little back, get him the ball. He the best one on the court. I was just like disgusted. I was like, man, here, like threw the ball to him, like he ain't gonna do nothing with it. So we'll get it right back. Hey, bro, make a move. So now you got Chris Mims, Sagana Diop, Carlos Boozer.
The whole Cavs team, by the way.
Man, this man goes underneath the rim, reversing, throws it in without looking at the rim. Man, he got to put ball every possession after that. Because it was unbelievable. He's like, what else can he not? What else can you?
Bro, when they do the LeBron documentary, it's gonna be the longest documentary ever. When they do the LeBron documentary, that documentary gonna be the best documentary, bro. Cause you got the high school part, you got him being drafted, the story behind that. You got the decision going to Miami. You got him going back home. You got him beating the Warriors from being down 3-1. You got him going to LA. You got him getting the most points in NBA history. You got the bubble part of the documentary. Bro, this is going to be the best documentary ever, bro. And then, I know people talk about his losses and everything, but the losses are going to make the documentary even better. Because picture, you get to the championship, you lose. You get to the championship, you lose. You finally overcame it. Then you going for the 3-peat, but you don't get it. Then you go back home. And you get to the championship again and lose. Then you get there for the home and you do it for Cleveland. Then you lose some more. But it's like, then he win another one in LA. It's going to be the best documentary ever, bro.
About LeBron.
It's gonna be crazy.
Play a couple times in high school, and he looks terrific against the high school competition. So you're like, oh, he's going to be able to play and compete. We get him on campus to get him to practice. Right away, we knew that he was our best player. He passed the ball. He got by people. He wanted to draw on the defense and kick it. He made the game so much easier and so much fun to play with. Right away, we knew he was our best player.
And Wag was there. It was his rookie year. Dimbo Cole, Darius Miles. But when he jumped him outside the paint, it was Sagana, and it was either Chris Mims. No, it was Sagana and Carlos Boozer went up to try to block it. So he jumped like this, like he was going to dunk it on one side. He went underneath the goal and dunked it back without touching the rim. just threw it in and just kept running.
Nasty.
Like it was nothing.
Yo, Dig, what up?
The rest was history after that.
After getting called
right now, watching when a 17-year-old LeBron got invited to an NBA workout and he took over. And I just was talking about how LeBron gonna have the best documentary ever, bro.
Out by John Lucas, LeBron proceeded to spend the rest of the workout walking down everyone in the gym, scoring, quote, all the points, making all the assists, and taking over the workout.
Wait. How he scored all the points, and then he also made all the assists. That don't make sense. Because that means he's passing the ball to somebody else to score. Oh, we got a deal, Diggy. Look, I know you reading the chat. The Kobe painting. Jones want the Kobe painting. But anyway.
As Johnny Clark put it, I'm glad I was here to see this because if I heard from someone telling me what he was doing, I wouldn't have believed them. In fact, every single Cavs player in the gym that day couldn't believe what they were witnessing. Former Cavs player Bryant Stith was so enamored by what he saw that day, he went home that night and called his high school coach to tell him he just saw the next NBA superstar. John Lucas III, son of the Cavaliers coach, and yes, this John Lucas was a college player at the time and was also in attendance that day, and after the workout, made some calls of his own. Turns out, the Kobe comps were true. By the time everyone left the workout that day, there was no more doubt. They all realized the stories, the rumors,
was the best thing
Sports
out there.
Illustrated cover. It was all true. LeBron was the chosen one, and he proved it. Which gives a whole new perspective on these interviews. All of these guys had already played against LeBron a year before these interviews.
They had already played with LeBron and saw him cooking in the workout and still was hating?
Took place. They saw him, they went toe-to-toe against him, and they were...
That's that ego. That's that ego. Yeah, well, he ain't gonna do that in the NBA. He ain't gonna be able to help us get over the hump. Bro, y'all played against this man and thought that people on the team already was better than him?
Blown away by how good he was. Carlos Boozer's comment about having better players at his position already on the roster is specifically odd because back in 2001, John Lucas himself said LeBron may have been better than the Cavs starting guard the first time he ever even saw him play, when he was just 16 years old. But you don't have to take my word for it. You can hear the words right from the mouth of our old friend, Darius Miles himself. Before the interview, before John Lucas told him about LeBron, and before their infamous workout.
He playing with him right there.
What do you say about the hype? Like Carlos Boozer, you heard his comments in the media.
Yeah.
And a lot of people saying that, you know, they had guys better than him.
At the time, it was.
Yeah.
Like, that's not a... Like, they... You know the media, bro. They'll take a statement from you and they'll make it out of something like the stuff that I said. If they really broke down the whole interview and seen every word it said, I was actually taking up for him. I used to call back to the crib.
He lying.
And I used to tell my homeboys, I was like, bro, it's this dude in high school, bro. He might be the best high school player ever because I seen him throw it between his legs in the game. I'm like, shit, he might be the best high school player ever.
Bro, we just...
Boys like, nah, folks. Nah. It can't. No, it can't. No, it ain't. He ain't better than you. I'm like, bro, I'm watching this dude. This dude is going through one. And it's looking effortless. East. And I'm arguing with my homeboys about him being better than me. And I'm calling them about him.
Turns out, they knew all along. LeBron was not only as good as advertised, he was better. And that kid from Akron that crashed their workout in the spring of 2002 was in fact going to immediately turn their whole franchise around.
Wow. Not LeBron James. But we're gonna do what y'all boys came here for. Could you turn me up in the headphones a little bit?